Oh, welcome to the Pleasure District's most illustrious perfume shop, Maharlika. What may I find for you? Are you here to make a statement at the Luna Festival? Maybe a long-lost essence, or perhaps you wish to seduce your true love. Is that it? Well, yes, we specialize in fragrances meant to enchant those in your presence. Oh, yes, of course. The elite, the gentry, and the peasants alike come to me to give them a love potion. Magic in a bottle. You may laugh, but the sense of smell is very, very powerful. The smell of a field after a thunderstorm in the spring. The scent of garbage in the street in the sun. The smell of pine in the snow on the hills at dusk. All those scents trigger our memories so quickly and strongly that it may as well be magic. That's true. I'm certain your mind went somewhere just now, didn't it? Oh, excuse me, don't... What are they doing? Your escorts are not to touch that. Stop it. No, the shop must stay open. Do not speak to my customer like that, sir. That is most unacceptable. You're the noble from the far-off country, the one to be wed to our highness. Your Majesty, I beg for your forgiveness. I didn't know. I didn't realize. Please, I bow before your Majesty. I dishonor your presence. Yes. Yes, of course. Let me, shut the front of the shop. I'm happy to accommodate a private browsing experience for our special guests. Of course. We are the most famous of perfumeries in the province. We don't need to further our reputation, sir. I am a professional perfumier. My business is renowned for my concoctions and client discretion. I wouldn't dream of speaking... You are most generous, Your Majesty. Is your escort for the evening going to be shopping with us? Oh, I see. Does he need to be in the room as well? Well... You see, Your Majesty, shopping for perfume can be a very intimate experience. I wouldn't want to offend your entourage's protective sensibilities. Thank you, Your Majesty. Would you like some recommendations, Your Majesty? I see. Oh, you're not familiar with the chemistry and mystique of perfumes. Let's first start with what you were looking for in terms of reach. Oh, no. Reach like... How much would you like your perfume to spread once you apply it? Are you looking for something to fill the rooms you walk through? Something that lingers and becomes a signature on its own? To present to the court your status? I see. We could always find a fragrance that only your attendant in waiting would be able to perceive. Or even still, a fragrance that only those who are able to get close enough to touch could smell. Are you, Forgive me for my casual nature. Are you trying to find a scent that catches a special someone's attention? I see, I see. Of course. It's a very popular reason to find perfume, Your Majesty. I understand. It must be very lonesome in a new place with new people all around you, and your soon-to-be spouse must be very busy. Oh, you certainly could find a scent that they would enjoy, but if I may suggest, a scent that you enjoy is one that can convey exactly what you want without words. A scent that you like would exhibit your confidence and intrigue the one you want. Yes, and that's not even considering how a perfume would meld with your natural musk. Oh, everyone has a natural scent that is unique to them, and the right perfume would work with it, not clash. Indeed, Your Majesty. We could test some here, or I could create a specific concoction of your liking. Well then, let me ask, do you have a preferred selection of notes? No matter. Firstly, we shall pick your favorites. Let's see. Do you like scents like fresh fruit? Like fresh apples after a rinse in the cold springs? Or like a nectarine peel? Think of dark purple grapes. And what do you think of woody scents? Like when an incense stick is burned at the shrines? Do you like smoky tobacco when the advisors light their pipes at a court meeting? And do you like other edible smells? Things like vanilla beans or perhaps that rare commodity of chocolate from the West? Do you like that? What does that make you think of? I see, I see. How do you feel when you think of flowers? Do you prefer it when the palace linens are aired with lavender or jasmine? Oh, yes, that is a favorite of mine, actually. Yes, I love jasmine. It reminds me of my home. Oh, I was born in the kingdom, Your Majesty, but I traveled from the mountains to the south to establish this Perfumier in the pleasure district when I was young. The scent of jasmine, it brings me back to the quiet moments I was wandering the forest trails looking for herbs, through the sickly sweet smell of leaf decay and the hard tang of snow from the peaks. Sometimes a breath of jasmine would drift by, and if I followed it, I would soon discover a wild patch of vines heavy with blooms. Forgive me, Your Majesty. Let us continue. Do you like the smell of spices? Oh? Oh, have you never seen the merchant's quarter? Well, perhaps one day you can have a scullery maid escort you through. It is wise for a ruler to know their people, is it not? Well, I suppose you would stand out with a sneezing fit. It seems we still aren't certain of which direction your personal fragrance would lean. Would you like to smell some testers, Your Majesty? Yes, most certainly, Your Grace. Please, this way. This is the parlor where I hold consultations and the like. Have a seat and we may begin. Yes, now, most perfumes have different notes that change over the course of the day as you wear them. Usually, a perfume will evolve with the heat on our skin and will evaporate into the air around us. Sometimes, each note will stand on its own before giving way to a new note. Many notes of a fragrance come together to make a chord, and with the building of chords, a final symphony. Perfume, like magic. Yes, the chemistry of perfumes is fascinating, Your Majesty. Here, this is a popular perfume that many of my clientele say brings endless compliments. This perfume is made up of notes of amber oil, fresh bloomed lilies, and the juice of wild berries. Yes, and as it wears, you'll find it fades into a base scent of sandalwood. It maybe gives off a mysterious air. Do you find it pleasant? Oh, does it hurt your sinuses? So perhaps too warm and heavy for your preference. Let's try this one. Yes, many of the young courtesans like this one. They tell me it turns the men's heads when they walk by. Yes, the most forward scent is calamansi juice. It's light and citrusy. There's also the scent of hyacinths and cherry blossom extract to mellow it out on the back end, and oh yes, tangy and sweet. Yes, yes, very fresh. It reminds me of a day at the Midsummer Festival, exciting and joyous, like a refreshing drink and a flirty run-in, wouldn't you say? Of course. I mean no disrespect. Perhaps it is too girlish. You may be looking for something more alluring, sophisticated. Yes. Oh, this one. Well, this one I haven't tested yet. No one has experienced this perfume. You would be the first. Your Majesty, I believe this might be what you're looking for. Would you like to take a sample? Here, may I? You turn the bottle like this onto your finger. You don't need a lot. Here, on the wrist, and then here, on your neck, where your pulse is. And let it warm to your skin. There. Heavenly. Do you like it? Yes. Yes, it's something new. Some new ingredients that no one in the Pleasure District has tried. And what do you smell? Yes. This one is made with some complicated binders, but the top notes are bergamot, juicy pear, and pink peppercorn. Yes. Yes, jasmine and rose combined in the heart of it. And the final notes with a light touch of vanilla oil and cedarwood. How does it make you feel, Your Majesty? I am most honored, Your Grace. Please take this perfume as your own personal fragrance. I do believe it would complement your natural beauty most splendidly. No, absolutely not, Your Majesty. I would never share my compounds. I keep my proprietary blends and my clientele consultations private. Oh, yes. Your Majesty, thank you for coming to my establishment. If I may ever be of use to you again, please allow me to continue to create for you music of the senses. And, if you ever would like to talk of your home abroad or otherwise, I would be most humbled. Until we meet again, Your Majesty.